Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Office Bloke Daz.
So everybody Office Blokes, aren't we?
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now we've got a little thing. In fact, some have said that we pioneered the use of Patreon for YouTubers.
Yeah, absolutely did.
That no YouTuber had a Patreon before we came along.
Was it your kids that said that in the T's and C's?
Absolutely, yeah.
They signed it.
Before we even started a YouTube channel, we pioneered the use of Patreon for YouTube. So figure that one
Some
out.
claim that is.
It is.
really
So
is.
if you head to our Patreon, there's now every Saturday full watch-alongs of Family Guy starting from the beginning.
Yeah.
And also we're going to do the US Office. That's going to start very soon. So how much is it, Mike?
You know what? £1.50
£1.50
per month.
That is
That's
the
it. And
cheapest
that's what
tier,
you
isn't
get.
it?
That's the cheapest tier.
It is inflation.
But that gets you, the
busting.
£1.50 gets you the watch-alongs.
Yeah, the Family Guy
indeed.
and the Office when
Yeah.
we start doing it.
Yeah.
So there you go. Simples.
Yeah.
Right then, Soldiers Coming Home surprise, most emotional compilations. I've seen a few of these sort of things.
I've seen a few
short
clips here and there.
I've
yeah, same here.
I've seen the actual footage at an airport.
Oh yeah.
When I've been travelling, sometimes you sort of like see a military guy on the plane, and he's like, you get obviously you get talking to him like, oh, I'm coming home after been in Afghanistan for, especially when I was flying from the Middle East, because a lot of them went from Afghanistan, say Dubai or Abu Dhabi,
Ah,
and
right.
fly from the
there.
Middle East to wherever. So you see quite a lot of them at the airport. So
Yeah.
I used to, so I don't know, where have you been? So which obviously you recognise the badge on their arm where
Yeah.
you're from, and just have a chat with them,
Yeah.
sort of thing, thank them as you would, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And,
Yeah.
but sometimes when you get to the other side and you see them get off the plane and you see like people waiting for them, and
Yeah.
it's like, good for you, you're coming home.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Emotional
Well,
stuff.
that may never happen.
Exactly.
You know, like the
Yeah.
families are just they don't know they're ever going to see you
Yeah.
again. So it's huge,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Of course, it is massive. Yeah.
I've seen one of these where it was a dog that
Yeah.
hadn't seen the owner for a 6-month tour of duty or something, and
Yeah.
the dog went. It was crying.
Yeah.
That's the noises the dog
Yeah.
was making.
Oh,
So
bless.
Might be on air.
might be. Let's check it out then. Soldiers Coming Home surprise, most emotional compilation.
Military service is a serious challenge, both for those who serve and for their loved ones. Today, we will show you
the
incredible
kids.
reunions after a long time apart. Let's go. This woman had no idea that her son came back from his deployment in Germany, and she was asked to play a game. Can she guess who this is? And finally, now that's a friendly reunion.
Ladies and gentlemen, George is having a very rough week.
A sergeant serving in Kuwait decided to surprise his younger sister for Valentine's Day. But the biggest surprise was seeing him safe and sound after a whole year apart.
That you have gotten a teddy bear that's being carried by Chelsea's brother, Sergeant Colin Ranieri, who flew back after serving a year in the Middle East to watch his baby sister compete one more time.
And this is how a dad returning from military service made his kids happy. These are raw emotions from a Ukrainian child who just saw his dad come back from the war. And this girl hasn't seen her dad for 2 years and didn't even recognize his voice at first. But then, to reunite with his
2 years is a long time, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, just a bit.
Wow. I know that I think our tour of duty was 6 months, wasn't
Yeah.
it, in Iraq and Afghanistan. And I heard about American soldiers doing a year. But 2 years seems like that's a long time.
My
isn't it?
my son Declan, his godfather, he's in the US military, or was in the US military, he's retired now. But he was in the Middle East for a long time. He was stationed out there for a while.
Right.
He was like deep in like embedded
Yeah.
sort of thing. He was
Oh,
there
right,
around.
okay.
Yeah. And then when he finished what he was doing in Iraq and places like, moved to Saudi Arabia, and his wife was also in the military.
Right.
Oh,
But
wow.
they have got like about 28 kids now.
Really?
Sort of thing.
Jesus Christ.
Like, hey, well, the sun shines, eh?
They're making up for lost
There's
time.
not that many. I think they've got 7. But it seems
That's
like
it.
20.
Oh, just 7. Wow.
girlfriend. This soldier has to go on a long journey. But it was all worth it for this.
Alright, ready?
And this bride received the most precious wedding gift. Her brother returned from the military.
Have a seat.
This guy was confused why he was summoned to the principal's office.
You want to tell me something?
Turns out it's because his sister came home from deployment.
There's Mr. Todd.
This guy surprised his mom and sister first.
You shoot her.
Then the rest of the family. And it was the best Christmas present hands down. When this woman's son found out he's coming home, he conspired with his family to surprise his mom.
Jesus. I'd go back out.
This is also
Sign
the
up for over 2
loudest
years.
reunion I've ever seen.
I don't know if that's the dad, but he didn't even move. Just sat there and so I looked at him and was like,
Shh, tell me something.
yeah. And he's got his coat on. Brilliant though, and it's the kids I
Yeah.
like. I like the ones with the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
An 8-year-old girl had a special surprise for her pilot dad when she marshaled his plane in like a pro. That was his last flight as captain, before retiring at the end of his 20-year tenure in the U.S. Air Force.
Wow.
For water hoses.
This girl was so happy that her sister came back from deployment, she knocked her off her feet, getting ahead of their mom. They haven't seen each other for many months. This girl's family came to the training camp to see her because she really missed her mom and brother. A U.S. soldier surprised his wife at a graduation rehearsal after 8 months of them being apart.
Like we were saying though, it depends on where they're deployed or where they've been. The chances of not coming back
Yeah.
is high.
Absolutely.
You know?
Well, yeah, I mean,
So
every
it's-
time they go out, they put their lives on the
Yeah,
line, aren't they? It's simple as that, and everyone knows there's a big risk there. Huge risk.
Think about the Second World War when it wasn't 6-month deployment, year deployment.
Yeah.
It was you
You're
go in
over
out
there
there
until
until
it
it's
ends.
done.
And that's
Yeah.
it till you finished.
Some people might have
Yeah.
been gone for 5 years.
Yeah, probably were.
It's absolutely crackers, isn't it? But
Yeah.
I can't imagine not seeing my kids for 6 months. So like, it takes a special sort of person that can actually
Yeah.
go and put themselves on the line
Especially
and
when
not
it
be
is-
with their family.
Especially when it is active duty as well.
Yeah.
Where it's not just
Absolutely,
deployed somewhere
yeah.
where you're just peacekeeping or you're just doing not a lot, but we're just stationed somewhere.
Yeah,
It's-
you're going, especially in the Afghanistan deployments and the Iraq deployments and places like that was proper like brutal.
No,
It's
absolutely
tough.
proper danger.
Yeah.
Absolutely proper danger there.
This Doug is hugging its owner tight. Clearly, the dog missed him.
Big dog.
It is a big dog, aren't it?
And I'm gonna go surprise my family.
This Army serviceman's family thought he wasn't able to join them for the holidays, but he surprised them during a hockey game.
On a Friday morning,
During the daily Pledge of Allegiance, this military man suddenly appeared on screen. Turns out the father of 2 schoolgirls came back from Afghanistan, and this was his way to surprise them.
it's better told seen than said.
Very surreal and yet completely stimulated. Can't express it enough. Actually, still overwhelming.
This girl hadn't seen her boyfriend for 6 months while he served, so this was the happiest day in her life.
What the heck?
During a hockey game, the parents and girlfriend of this Marine saw his video message.
Wish I could be there with you. I love you and I miss you. I'll see you soon.
But that's not where this story ends. And even this isn't the biggest surprise yet. He proposed to his girlfriend right in front of the huge crowd.
Nope, she said yes anyway.
She would have been
The
such
dad
a
in the back.
villain.
I know. She said no. Yeah. When I lived in the USA, I'd been away for probably about the first 3 years. I'd not seen my parents. I'd not come back home because we were going through all the applications of all the visas and everything. And then when I did come back, we did it to surprise my mum, so I didn't tell anyone. So the only person that knew was my aunt and my uncle.
Yeah.
And they were going out with them one night, and I said, I'll come back and I'll meet you in the bar where they go. So like perfect. No, I knew everyone in the bar and everything. So when I went in, and I knew everyone in this bar, right? And when I went in, they wouldn't let me in. It's one of them bars you had to sign in.
Ah, right.
So he said, "You're not a member." I'm like, "Shut up, you dick. Everyone knows me in here." So he's like, "So you have to get someone to sign you in." So I had to sign in. But I went in and sat at a table next to where I know where my mum was going to sit.
Yeah.
And then my mum walked in, and she sort of like burst into like life and was like, "Ah," I don't know, and just sat down at another table. Just totally ignored me. Brilliant. I think the shock kicked in with her sort of thing, but it was like, I can't believe it, but I'm here with my mates. You're gonna have to wait. It was funny.
Was your dad there?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He just went, "All right."
You getting the beers in or what?
Yeah. You're one of our Darren's friends.
This soldier came to visit his girlfriend at work, and look how happy she is. This girl was waiting for her boyfriend to return from the military service for 6 whole months. And here's her reaction when she finally saw him. For 2 years, this man was deployed overseas. And when he came back, he immediately came to see his younger siblings at school.
What's good? I missed you. Come here, bring it in. What's up, little man? Hey, buddy. How are you?
An original way to return.
Someone's going to let us know that knows more about it and what the 2-year service is.
Services,
like, is that going to be at a military base somewhere?
Yeah, it could be like a deployment in a military base anywhere in the world, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's a lot of them, isn't there?
So I'm thinking you can't subject someone's 2 years worth of being in Afghanistan
You
or
wouldn't have thought so,
Iraq.
would you? No, you
may be deployed to say, the frontline areas like Iraq and then move from there to sort of like maybe a safer place in Bahrain.
Yeah,
something like them back to Iraq
or maybe if it's a Navy thing, you're going around the world, maybe different ports, different.
I suppose Navy,
different places.
Yeah.
But I have friends in the Navy, and what they used to do when they go to certain ports, they disembark and then fly home.
Ah, right.
And then the next people aboard that port, who are coming on.
Right.
Return home and surprise your mother. These 2 football players are brothers, and they were under the impression that their mom is on a special military mission. They were shocked when she appeared in front of them during the game. As this student was giving his graduation speech, he couldn't have imagined that his dad, a U.S. Army sergeant, would come home to give him a hug.
Staff Sergeant Schott has done 5 tours of duty overseas.
How sweet is this? 3 couples reunited at once. And when this soldier came to a restaurant where his sister works. Looks like she needs an urgent day off to celebrate. This military man came home and went straight to the hospital to see his wife and his newborn baby.
Hope he's been away for less than 9 months.
Jimmy Fallon just...
I almost missed that.
Not been on a 2-year tour.
That one almost slipped through the cracks there.
Yeah, it did.
told his guest that her husband came home from deployment via the Whisper Challenge on live TV.
Your husband is behind you.
This girl waited for her beloved for 193 days. And finally, a soldier who served nearly a year in Kuwait surprised his cheerleader girlfriend by turning up to the game.
I thought it was that guy.
That's what I was going to say.
You're punching, mate.
Punching above your weight, bloody hell.
This girl got a Valentine's Day gift from her husband, and while she was reading the card,
14th. Because I already feel bad enough for not being there.
All right, look behind you.
Behind me.
Don't think anything, just look behind you.
I bet he was like, boiling in here.
Sweating.
Sweat me nads off it. Hurry up.
It's hotter than Iraq.
this nurse did not expect that behind her was her sister who served in the military. They haven't seen each other for so long. This dancer did not expect that when her team's mascot takes off her blindfold, she would see her boyfriend. Not only did he come back from deployment, he proposed to her as well.
Should have fall. Thumbnail, Dave.
Just edit him out of it.
And this girl finally saw her brother return when he surprised her during the game.
It's the Game of Thrones theme tune as well.
That's all for today.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, great video.
It's great. Yeah, it's uplifting, isn't it?
Of course it is, yeah.
Some of these military guys are doing all right for themselves, though, aren't they?
Just doing it,
yeah. Yeah. It's
no, it's great. Like I say, I mean, some of them don't know if they're going to come back at all, do they? So the emotion must be absolutely incredible.
Yeah,
it really must.
It's harder
hard
to
to
leave
watch as well.
Yeah,
it's harder to leave to go on a tour of duty when you've got a hot cheerleader missus as well. It's all right if she's, you know, ugly and goes like that to you all day, every day. I'm off to Iraq. I don't know.
Might never come back. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.